Okay, so we're going to use our calculator to find inverses because not everything's always a special angle or a quadrantal angle. Now, remember, you have to check to see if you want it in radians or degrees. Sometimes you're going to want it in radians, sometimes you're going to want it in degrees. For now, we'll just do both so we can practice. Now, back in the old days, like when I was in high school, we called it arc sine. I've never seen a sign used before, but I think they're talking about different types of calculators. The Texas Instruments, those are the ones I'm more familiar with, they use this notation. So you can find that button on your calculator. It should be right above. There's a button that says sign, and it should be right above the sign button. Okay, so you'll use your second function key. And for Texas Instruments, I think those are consistent between the scientific calculators and the graphing calculators. Other calculators might have an arc sine button. I'm not familiar with seeing that, but it could be out there. I'm sure some calculator somewhere has that. Okay, probably my husband's Hewlett-Packard. Anyway, and again, you want to remember, do I want it in degrees or do I want it in radians? But we're just going to do this example in both. So first let's do it in radians. So check to make sure your calculator's in radians. And then you're going to put, like on my calculator, I have to use my second button. Second. And then I hit, the sine inverse, which, that's above the sine button. It opens a parenthesis, okay? And then I'm going to put in 0.97, because that's what I'm doing right here. If you're like, where'd you get the 0.97? So that's my thing that I'm doing. And then it's going to approximate, so I'm going to hit enter, and I'm getting 1.3, I'll say 25. I'm not sure how many decimal places they want it to be. They went 4 decimal places. Okay, 4 decimal places. Now, that's in radians, okay? So don't put a degree symbol because it's in radians. You don't need any symbol. Now let's do it in degrees. So switch the mode of your calculator, however you do that. Let me clear this out. Get mine in degrees, enter, okay. And I can see that it says in the corner, DEG, that's in the corner, so I can know I'm in degrees. It's kind of little. And now we type in the same thing. So it's second sine inverse 0.97, and it's going to be approximately equal to let's see. Well, that is a great big old number, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, they go 2 decimal places here, so 75.93, and that is in degrees, so you have to put the degree symbol. Sometimes we do want it in degrees, though, okay? All right, they didn't specify in the directions here. It says evaluate using a calculator, so, either answer would be right. They might tell us, oh, do you want it in degrees or radians, but they didn't. But be familiar how to do both, and that sometimes you want it in degrees and sometimes you want it in radians. Okay, that's how you use your calculator then to find the angle. So now you know that the sine of, about 75.93 degrees, that angle is about 0.97, okay?